The Real Opinion is brought to you by Rainstorm Car Wash. Get in and get clean today.
Hey everybody, I'm Geno Reynolds from The Real Opinion, here to tell you if I think you should go see The Family in theaters or if this movie should have just been whacked. Giovanni Manzoni, played by Robert De Niro, and his family are in witness protection because Giovanni snitched on his mob boss and sent him to prison. The family keeps getting moved around because they have trouble adjusting to the new places they are sent to. Giovanni has decided that his new quote-unquote profession is to be a writer, and he begins to write his real memoirs. Things also get a bit more complicated when his former boss may have found him and his family. I felt that the trailer for this movie was a bit misleading. I thought that this movie was going to be more of a straight-up comedy, but I would label it more as a dramedy. The humor of the movie definitely comes from its vulgarity and its violence. Except for near the end, the somewhat brutal violence of the film is played off for laughs. Though it seems kind of strange to say that, it came off like it would in an episode of Family Guy. For the most part, it worked. I did have a couple of problems with the movie. The first one is the spreading out of the story. I know that they were looking to establish each member of the family with their own story, but I felt they spent too much time with them and not enough time with De Niro's character. I would have liked to know more about him instead. The kids' stories were okay, but De Niro's was by far more interesting. The other major problem was the pacing of the entire movie. This movie is not even 2 hours long, but it felt so much longer. I think the separate stories were what caused this. Spending less time with the other members of the family would have helped tremendously. With this movie starring Robert De Niro and with Martin Scorsese being one of the executive producers, there are two jokes in the movie that are really funny. One was about a past character De Niro played, and one was about a movie he starred in and Scorsese directed. Great stuff. Well, I thought this movie was decent. I have to call it a rental. I think I was a little let down by the pacing and the lack of focus on De Niro's more interesting character. This is still not a bad movie from writer-director Luc Besson, but I am waiting for the day when he wows me again the way he did with movies like Leon the Professional and The Fifth Element. But remember, it's only just one guy's opinion. I'm Geno Reynolds from The Real Opinion. Until next time.
The Real Opinion is brought to you by Rainstorm Car Wash. Get in and get clean today.